Ooh, really fancy socks.
Apex Online Racing is sponsored by Elgato, who created this lovely stream deck. For more information about the stream deck, the link is in the description below.
Good evening once again and welcome to AOR's GT3 Season 7. We're round 4 for Split 2 this evening. We're in Laguna, Seca. It's a night race, as everyone can see here. 2.5 miles worth of track to get themselves around. It's pretty dark, it's pretty crazy, and they've got the corkscrew to contend with. I'm Rage F1 and I'm joined as always by Mr. Saffzo. How you doing, buddy?
Doing good, are you?
I'm very good, I'm excited. What do you think, Remy Papin? Another win?
Well, I said no last time, so I think I'll say yes this time.
So, Alexander Irish has got his work cut out if he wants to actually have a championship to contend with this evening. So I think we'll see some fighty stuff from him. So we will look into that to see what he can do. Fingers crossed, though. We see some absolute crazy moves from everyone involved, and I'm sure we will. We've got times coming in already. Alexander Irish setting the pace with a 1:23.5, but there's definitely going to be improvements on that. Let's have a look and see what Mike Verman can do currently. He is just coming round to finish his lap here. P21 hasn't set a time just yet, so he crosses the line, and he goes third with a 1:24 dead, pretty much. That's reasonably good, but he's going to have to do a little bit more than that, really.
John Sebastian's gone second, less than a tenth away from Irish.
Oh, wow. And apparently, we've been saying, I'm just going to call him Powell, completely wrong, and it's said very differently in the native tongue, so I'm not going to butcher it. It's just Powell now. I've been told by Crop just to stop whilst we're ahead. Don't try anymore. If you can't say it, don't give it a go. Yeah.
Is that the second place person?
Yes, Powell.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, Powell.
We'll just call him Powell. It was only they're only joking. But yes. Where is Mr. Remy Papin? I want to see what he can do. Currently, coming round, he's 5/10 down. But it's not really an Audi track, this one, so it'll be very interesting to see what happens with him as he crosses over the line very soon. We have actually got a green track, and it's 25 degrees, so a little bit colder in the evening. But he has gone pole. There we go. Normal kind of order has been reassumed with Remy Papin leading James Cowley by half a second. We do have some news, which I will run through with everyone now, because we've got a few non-starters. Let's have a little look. So I have been informed that Jack Young won't be taking any further part in Season 7. So no further racing from him. Unfortunately, we've got 6 confirmed no-shows this afternoon. So we've got Fanik Pedrazini, Pascal De Lucia, Simon Ramsier, Paolo Lima, Trickle, and Jan Garbus. So there you go. Won't be taking part today. That's a bit of a shame. Pascal De Lucia had a very good race last time. So did Simon Ramsier. Jan Garbus as well had a reasonably good run at it last time out in Barcelona. So yeah, a couple of people not making it to the starting line. But it is a tough one. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. So we shall see. Mike Verman will be joining us starting this round too. So yeah, Mike Verman, he was in Split 1, wasn't he?
Last time I remember, yeah. He wasn't doing too badly either. Didn't he get a podium early on?
Mike Verman, I don't think he's got a podium. Let's have a little look.
Or not a podium, but a lot of positions gained from a big undercut. Depending on I can't remember the track, but depending on the first lap, and then jumped a bunch of people. Wasn't that Verman? Or am I thinking of someone else?
Well, you could quite have been thinking of the right person. Let me just have a little look for you. So, Tier 1... Definitely wasn't Tier 1 Paul Ricard.
No, definitely wasn't. I'm pretty sure it was somewhere in Britain.
It could have been Donny.
Very well could have been.
Just going down the names.
Because for me, all the British tracks just blur together on this.
Mike Verman got a DNF round Donny.
Oh.
Yeah. Paul Ricard, he was 26th.
Right, I'm probably thinking of someone else.
It's alright. We'll give it a go. I think round Barcelona he was 27th, so I think he's probably thought, well, let's maybe have a go on a split slightly lower and see what we can do from there. So we had, obviously, Remy Papin was the leader and winner last time. He was joined by Philip Witzik. I'm sure we butchered that as well. And Adam Duval, I think, was in 3rd position. So let's just take a quick look at the standings. I will actually change the camera because you're not looking at the pits, because that's boring for everyone involved. Let's have a look with Janek Roof. He's in 6th position, currently on a lap at the moment. How much time? We've got 7 minutes. Okay, we've got a little bit of time to have a look at the standings. It's always good to see what's happening with everyone. So currently leading by a long way is Remy Papin with 255 points. That is a huge gap, considering the gap in Tier 1, I think, was 247 points, so that's almost 10 more points than what the Tier 1 guys had managed to amass. So Remy Papin really kicking off the first half of this season with a huge haul of points. He's currently, he's actually tossling for the lead, look. Adam Dubal's gone faster. Timon Lebu is in second position, 157 points, that's the gap, 100 points. And then Colin Sinnott with 153 in third, and Pascal Delucia not taking part, and he's got 133 points, that's going to hurt him. Vince van Merveld is in fifth position with 131 points, they're right next to each other. Philip Witzak and Alexander Irish with 118 and 116 in 6th and 7th, and then 8th, 9th and 10th is Jimmy Holm, Adam Dubell and James Cowley. But James Cowley is very close to everyone. It is between 98 points and 92 points from 9th all the way down to 14th. So it is incredibly close, just outside the top 10. So anyone who has a very good finish this afternoon, like Adam, James, Stuart McLeod, Quintin Sill, Powell, George Sazonov, going to have huge points hauls if they manage to get some really good points or get some good high finishes. They'll be able to jump their teammates, which would be very good to see. So we've got a very good battle going on in the midfield, or mid to high field. Looks like the very top of the standings, though, is a little bit busy. Jan Climbs has gone pole by quite a margin, 2/10 from Adam Dubal, which is a huge amount. So we will keep an eye on that, I think. Have we missed anything, Saf? I don't think we have.
I've not spotted it. The only thing I've spotted so far was Van Meerville going off a while back.
Okay. Yeah, we're on board at the moment with Powell, as he's I think he's on an out lap at the moment. Either that or he's just yes, no, he's actually on a fast lap, but he's down. Just going to close the window because it's like an ice cube in here, so we're don't want to get cold feet. So apparently, obviously, if you joined us yesterday, or you were involved yesterday, the incident that we very much looked into between Luke Whitehead and Kevin Ciclari round the corkscrew resulted in no further action. So I thought I'd just let everyone know who joined us yesterday, because obviously it went to the steward's decision after the race, so there'll be no further action for that change. I think it was third position, wasn't it, towards the end of yesterday's race. Yep. So that's been sorted out, which is good. I think that no further action was definitely the right decision.
Definitely.
Yeah. Apparently Simon Ramsey is joining us. He's watching from the sidelines. No changes then towards the top just yet. Track has actually just gone fast, or it's gone fast very recently. It was green when we started, so it's gone green to fast very quickly. And then there's only one more above that, isn't it? It's optimum, so not quite as fast as it can be, but we'll probably be getting there very soon. Maybe before the last run of it, it might go to optimum. I'm not sure though. It does normally take a little while to click over. But we will keep an eye on that, because that will definitely change the times. But saying that, everyone towards the top end of the grid hasn't actually improved yet. Powell, who we're watching at the moment, no improvement from him. Oh, he goes off through 6, and that is all she wrote through there. Remy Papin, however, is up on his time, only just, but we'll stay with him, see if he can make any improvements. He's a 10th up at the moment. He's just coming through 6 now. I really do hope there's going to be a good fight here, because it's definitely not an Audi track, this one, is it?
No, from what we saw yesterday, Climbs is pretty much in the expected position right now.
Yep, Jan Climbs we thought is going to be very fast this afternoon, considering he was racing Remy last week around Barcelona, but didn't quite have the pace. So yeah, we expected, I think, him to be up there. Remy's just slightly gone down on his fastest time, and Adam is bouncing from a 10th up to about dead on. So Remy Papin crosses the line. I don't think we're going to see a huge improvement. No, he stays where he is for now. Track still fast. We've got 2 minutes left. Not quite got a shootout just yet. Let's see if we got any improvements a little bit further down the grid. We always do kind of focus on the top end. Colin Sinnott at the moment is 2/10 up. And he's coming towards the end of the lap here, so that's going to put him probably up into the top 5, possibly, if he can hold on to it. He's only bouncing between 2 and 3/10 at the moment. should put him around 5th, 6th or 7th. Let's see where he goes. There we go, 5th. So it was the higher end of my expectation. Really solid lap from him. That will definitely help his championship standings out if he can hold on to it in the race. But he's an Aston Martin, which doesn't normally run too well around here, as we've seen last night. Didn't see any Astons up there at all. Now Remy Papin is actually in the last sector and he's 4 tenths up. We're going to see a change of the lead here. He might start this race with an Audi on top, not a Porsche. Spotted the braking zone of the last corner absolutely perfectly. Down the back straight then. Remy Papin comes across the line. So 1:22.4. A 1/10.5 quicker than Jan Climbs in the Porsche. That is some lap.
Woo. Especially in the Audi.
Yep. Really, really strong stuff. Jan Climbs is currently on a fast lap now, but he's not improving. So that's going to be very interesting. Very interesting indeed. It's a race between the top two, isn't it? Look, it's 3 tenths off from Adam de Pauw, and he's not improving at the moment. This is going to be good. It's going to be good. On board with Adam at the moment. 45 seconds remaining. So Remy Papin isn't going to improve anymore. That is his qualifying position. A 1:22.4. Adam is currently on the bubble, on the bounce. He's dancing between the 10th and 0. He's got a bit of traffic ahead of him. Huge into the braking zone. Really good. Gained himself 2 tenths there. Oh, he's lost it on the exit though. And he knows it. He's backed out of it. Jan Climbs at the moment is a 10th up. We've got to fight for pole.
And big old fight.
Big old fight, blood.
Big old fight. There's a lot more Astons in the top 8 than I thought there'd
There
be.
is a lot. Limarenko, Sinnott, Irish, York, and Sill. But this is an Aston split, we did say.
Yeah.
But you are right, yeah. A lot more. Jan Climbs is down a 10th. He's lost his improvement through the corkscrew, unfortunately. But he's bouncing around the 10th now. I think he'll improve by a few hundredths. But I don't think it's going to be enough to take the pole. It's not. He doesn't actually improve. And that's it. 1-2 is Remy Papin, Jan Climbs. Adam de Pauw, I don't think is going to have enough to improve. He is going through 6 at the moment. Oh, he's on the dirt though. He's pushed it too far. And he's in the barrier. No more improvement from him. So anyone else who can improve? Limarenko in 4th position at the moment. No more from him. Cole's in the pit. Alexander Irish is coming through the corkscrew. The old sporks are flying. But I don't think Irish is going to have anything in hand to do this. He's a 10th up at the moment. He's just coming through 11 now. Everyone's losing their time through the last corner, but he hasn't. He's kept a 10th. It's going to probably put him into 3rd position. And it goes 4th. Not quite enough to get up into 3rd, but he'll start in the 2nd row anyway. So there you go. Remy Papin, Pippin, Jan Climbs to the pole. That's an onomatopoeia if you ever heard one.
Don't want that in an English class. She was saying.
So Remy Papin then, class of the field again. He goes pole. Jan Climbs in 2nd position. 3rd is Adam de Pauw. 4th we got Alexander Irish. 5th is Vitaly Limarenko. Colm Sinnott in 6th. 7th is Matt York. That's a good qualifying from him. We haven't seen him that high up recently, so good job from him. Quinton Sill in 8th position, and then Powell in 9th. Rounding out the top 10 is Powell Lee. We haven't seen him up that high either. Jay Fang in 11th, Boogers in 12th, it's Matthias, isn't it? Then we've got Ryan Renard in 13th position, Mike Verman 14th position. He's come down the split and he's up in the spicy end, which is good. John Papil in 15th. Yannick Roof in 16th. I think he's new. I don't recognise that name. George Sazonov in 17th. Christian Steinhauser, he's in 18th position. Ada Slow in 19th. Marcus Storr in 20th. Sir Williams, 21st. Good qualifying for him. Bad qualifying, though, for James Cowley. He's down in 22nd position. So is Tim Ondaboo. Not very good for him. 23rd position, so he's going to be slapping himself. Mark Bastida, he's in 24th. And then we got Matthias in 25th. Jimmy Holm in 26th. We've got Ludvigsen in 27th, Patrick Strauss in 28th, Vince Van Vervelde, 29th position. He's in the top 10 of the championship at the moment. And he qualifies 29th. That's not good from him. Mattia Bugnora, he got a very good finish last time out in Barcelona, but 30th position for him. And then we've got Brunschitz in 31st, Nawiki in 32nd, 33rd is Stuart McLeod, and then 34th is Kropp. And at the back, we've got Filip Witzek in 35th. We've got some penalties as well. Sazanov's got 45. Pauli, he's got himself 30 seconds. I think that is it. I don't think we've got anyone else towards the back with penalties. Let's double check. I think we're all good. All the way to the end. We are all good. I think Remy can hold on to it through turn 1?
No.
No? I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be good. How long is the race? It's an hour. 1 whole hour. We start just above the corkscrew. We've got 2 minutes to go. And your money is on Jan Climbs to take him through turn 2, right?
Yep. Well, no, not through turn 2, on the first lap in general.
Just on the first lap?
Yeah.
I mean, it's quite hard to do it. Where can you overtake? I guess turn 2 is probably your best option if there's an incident anywhere. You're not going to overtake anyone before the corkscrew, as we saw. Was it Nico Solman last night trying to get past Kieran Prendergast? Took him out in the entrance to the corkscrew.
Yeah,
that was quite fun. Possibly into turn 11, you might get a sneaky jump up the inside, but yeah, I think it's probably just going to be turn 2. To be honest, it's so hard, as we saw yesterday, for overtakes. I will say again as well, guys, it might take us a little longer to recognise whose car is who, because it's so dark. So do bear with us if we shout and say number whatever is off. We'll try and let you know who that is and who they've had the incident with, but unfortunately we can't see everyone's paint schemes, so it's quite hard for us to find out exactly who has been hit until we can definitely confirm it. So you have to bear with us tonight. We have a few Murrayisms, I think. What's your favourite Murrayism?
There's too many. I can't have a favourite.
My favourite is it's a completely unique car apart from the one behind it, or something like that.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, there are some brilliant. Chat, what's your favourite Murrayisms? There's been plenty of Murrayisms. Right, we've got 5 seconds to go until we go racing. We've got a bit of a journey down. We've got to go through the corkscrew, through 9, 10, 11, and then down the back straight before we go racing. Kink round turn 1, which is barely a turn, and then turn 2, I think we're going to see some action. Turn 3 almost certainly will cause fireworks, as we saw last night. So we'll keep an eye on the top end of the grid through turn 3. And we'll filter it down as soon as we go past turn 3, because I think we're going to see some action. Valentin Cora says, "I don't bet on drivers, I bet on you both talking about wizards." Right. Okay. To be fair, we haven't spoken about wizards in a while. It's been a long time.
A few weeks at least.
Yeah. One of my friends the other day was saying, if you ever got invited to do proper commentary, can you imagine the interviews? Just like, so Martin Brundle asked what he thinks about turn 2. However, Martin, who's your favourite wizard? Right, is that really relevant? No, it's not at all, but it's a good question. Right. They are nose to tail at the moment. I think we'll go on board with Alexander Irish for the start, because I think it's going to be quite spicy what happens between Jan Climbs and Remy Papin. As we saw from yesterday's race, I think it was Ryan McIntosh hit the wall on the inside of turn 1. So will Remy Papin do the same thing? I don't think so. He's come across straight away. Jan Climbs has dived straight in behind him. What a great start for Remy. Good defence there from Adam Dubell as well. And there's a tap already! And Alexander Irish has absolutely wiped him out. And and he's off as well. Oh dear. Adam Dubell didn't look very happy about that at all. As we come through turn 3, we said there's going to be fireworks through here as well. So we'll keep an eye on the whole pack. I think everyone's getting through okay. There is a bit of a slow get through the back there. But I think we're okay. No, we got cars round. I think that was Cowley, was it? at the back? No, he seems to be okay. I didn't see who got spun round. We'll have to wait. Steinhauser and Ludvigsen, I think, caught up there at the beginning. But the real fight at the beginning was between Adam Dubel and Alexander Irish. He can't keep his nose clean at the moment, can he, Irish? He seems to be in instance every race we have. Unfortunately, I think the blame really sits with him there. Leading car brakes, and the following car hits the back of him. But did you see the reaction from Adam Dubel? He almost ran him straight round the course and pushed him off into the dirt.
Really?
Yeah.
How's about that?
Irish came off the power, led him back through, and then they fought themselves, I guess, out of the exit of turn 2, and it looked like Adam kind of ran him off the road a bit, but I think Irish just got out of the way, really, more so than... There wasn't any pushing, at least. It was just jump straight out of the way and give the position back. He's probably scared that he'll get a penalty for the accident that he caused, but I'm sure that's probably worth a 5-second, if anything is. So we'll keep an eye on the race control and see what happens. At the moment, Alexander is being hustled, so let's stay on board with him. He's actually been overtaken already. That was Powell going past. Fang also going past. As everyone's going past him at the moment. He's lost loads of positions. It's Colm in front, isn't it? And Boogers, yeah, it is. Matthias and Colm getting past. Irish is going to fall down a huge load of positions. I wonder what happened there.
The mind wanders.
Yeah. I think that accident has maybe caused him to have a bit of damage. I'm not sure, but he was off the power massively going through the middle part of the lap, so we might see him jump into the pit, but that was very strange. I'm not sure why he needed to give all those positions, because the man he seemed to have hit is a good 5 cars up the road from him. We do have someone in the pit, though. Or someone just leaving the pit. I'm not too sure who that is. I think it's Christian. Yeah, it is. Christian Steinhauser. Looks like he quit to the pit, and now he's a lap down, unfortunately, because of that incident in turn 3, lap 1. So he's going to be a nuisance, unfortunately, for everyone else. Right, Remy Papin doesn't look like he's got it all his own way. Jan Climbs is all over the back of him. 2/10 separates them. Vitaly Limarenko is chasing them. Matt York behind. Adam Dubel, the man who was spun out on turn 2, he is in 5th. Powell's in 6th. Jay Fang, then Matthias, Colm Sinnott, Renoir, Irish, Sil Verman, Powley. And we're outside the top 15 then, and it does open up a little bit, but interesting start to this race. I'll be very interested to see what happens with the steward inquiries for turn 2. Oh, someone asked the question, what happened last night, Black Gold Saw? Indeed, what happened last night, Black Gold Saw? I want to know too. What did happen? Do tell.
They never said, did they?
Nope. I've literally just opened up a big bag of popcorn.
You're going to recreate the Michael Jackson popcorn guy?
Exactly that. I prefer the Miss Marple one, where she's just like stuffing it into her face.
Really?
Yeah, it's good fun.
Yeah.
No idea, mate. Engine was running, lights were on, endurance lights, but got teleported to the pits. Right. Okay. Third time it's happened in Laguna. Oh. Okay, so maybe it's a bit of a Laguna glitch. Okay, the gap has opened up. I say opened up to 4/10, but it looks like it's come down significantly because Remy Papin lost a hell of a lot of time.
It was 6 cents a while ago, yeah.
He's lost a hell of a lot of time through the corkscrew. They are right next to each other now.
Yellow flag at corkscrew at 77.
Oh dear, okay. That's George Sazonov. Whereabouts is he? Is he going?
Just going now.
Where is he? Oh god, he's at the top of the corkscrew.
Yeah.
He's having to hold, and he's gone back to the pits. Okay. Well, at least he did the right thing. He didn't rejoin. That's the main thing. Siclari is the man to bring the Bentley title home. It's going to be quite hard with Malinowski extending his lead now. It's going to be tricky. Talking of extending their lead, Remy's extending the gap. 5/10. But it's a long old race, this one, because it's one of those unrelenting tracks. I don't think it'll be free of incidents. I think Remy's going to make them, and that Porsche looks mighty on the brakes.
Again, it is a Porsche track, so I think it's just waiting for the right opportunity, really, for him.
Yep.
Also, got to be careful. Limarenko is only a good second or so behind.
Yeah, he's looming, isn't he? A looming Limarenko.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound good.
No.
Talking of looming Limarenko, we've got Matt York in 4th position. This is the highest we've seen him all season. He must be a bag of nerves. If you fancy watching Matt York's POV, you can do. Have a little search on YouTube. I think it's called Yorkie. He's got a successful YouTuber. He's got over 30 or 40,000 subscribers. So I'm sure he's giving you quality content. If you want to see him, watch his point of view for the whole race. Obviously keep AOR up at the same time. You can watch both. And you can see us talking about it, and you can see him racing. He's in 4th position. He's having a hell of a start to this race. Long way to go, though. He is surrounded by one Aston Martin ahead of him, and he's got 2 Ferraris for company. One very fast Ferrari behind, so you might see a race in a minute with him and Adam. But Adam's got damage, definitely.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Also, the leaders are coming up to traffic, so that may just influence how that top battle goes.
We shall see. Black Gold Source saying Bathurst, Solder, Imola, Silverstone, all good tracks for the Bentley. Yep. Nico Greco says Bathurst, Larson Honda. Have we got the Honda here today? Who is it that has the Honda normally?
I cannot remember for the life of me.
I didn't see his name on a no-show. But I don't think we have the Honda here today.
Doesn't look like it.
Nope. Climbs, however, he's cut the gap down to 3/10. It looks closer though. I think the problem we have here is the Audi is very good on the legs, and the Porsche is incredibly good through the twisties. So when Jan gets close through the twisties, Remy's able just to power out of the corners. By the time Jan gets close enough, out of 10, Remy Papin, is already on the back straight, and there's no way that Jan's going to be able to get past him down this straight, because that Audi's so good. I say that though, but he's incredibly close now. We may see a move into 2. I just think the distance in speed is just too big. Remy does go defensive though. Where's the Honda then? I thought the Honda was in Tier 2, not in Tier 1. People saying
I'm pretty sure it's Tier 2.
People saying I didn't think there was a Honda in Tier 2. There is definitely a Honda in the top tiers, because we said, oh my god, there's a Honda.
Yeah.
Was it I can't remember his name. It was like Ola.
Oh, Ulu and Ul.
Ola and Ul. One of them had. Then none of them are here today. They were definitely in the same split, and it's not this one. I know we only have 34 today, but I didn't see them sign out, so... Yep, we're right. The battle for the lead is definitely spicing up. And Climbs is getting incredibly close to Remy Papin. I don't think he's close enough, though.
Yeah, no, again, it's probably going to be on the brakes, big dive, wait for a mistake kind of thing.
One thing I can tell you, though, is Jan Climbs' car looks absolutely beautiful in the night sky at Laguna Seca. Nico Greco, maybe it is you, Nico. In Tier 1. I wasn't there yesterday. Okay, alright. Oh, there almost is a move, and it's going round the outside. That's into 5. That's an incredible place to make an overtake work. He's not going to have the run into 6, though. Remy Papin's going to have the inside as we run down towards the corkscrew. Wow. We didn't see a move there all race yesterday, so I was almost caught out a little bit. Come through the corkscrew, Remy's still ahead. That's a bit of an innovative place to try and overtake through 5. Okay.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Liam said cut to Stroll replay.
Oh.
Oh, I literally, when that happened, I shouted so loud, my girlfriend actually scolded me there and then when I shouted. She was like, stop shouting! It's like, but they just ruined the best part of the race!
Oh, get ready for a lot of that.
Oh, look guys, we've got a fight going on. Oh, Ludvigsen down in 29th, just coming out front through the pits. Right, that's exactly what everyone wants to see. No you don't, you want to see Jan Climbs going around the outside of Remy Papin for the lead. There was a couple of them though, wasn't there? There was the Stroll incident. We were just about...
I think the other one that happened was when they went on to the replay. And then they cut to Perez in the pits.
Yes, they were doing the replay of what they missed, and then they cut that because they went to Perez, came into the pits. Like, right, okay, fine.
Oh, sorry guys, we'll catch that. Psych!
Psych! Pits.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Yeah, the Monaco production team definitely weren't on the best of behaviours yesterday. Last Sunday. Where is it? Next week or the week after the next race?
I think it's the week after, if I remember correctly.
I can't remember.
I could be wrong there.
I've got a funny feeling it's the 5th.
That does ring a bell.
Yes. Wow, oh man, what do you want about this chat? I don't think it is. I mean, we can make it on fire.
Lit. I get it. Anyway.
I don't think I've got fire emojis. Just looking through the vast amount of emojis that's available to me. Action going off on track whilst Rage looks at emojis. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that does annoy me actually. When they were doing qualifying and they came to the people going like through the swimming pool. They're like, no, I want to watch them do the whole lap. I don't want to just watch them do half the lap then coming through Rascat. What's the point of that? It's the worst point. You want to go on
Like when they showed Verstappen's lap as an out lap or out lap as a full lap or something.
It's like, oh. Never mind. Next race is on the 6th. There we go. Black Gold Sauce putting out the fire with the fire engine. He's in an Enor.
Nino. That was the Nino you meant, isn't it?
Sorry, yes.
Yes.
Depends though, is there a different type of Nino if it's a fire engine?
Nino.
That sounded like a French fire engine. Nino.
No, on the French one's like really quick. Nino.
Is that how they go?
I think so. Like, obviously not that comical, but I'm pretty sure they're actually like really quick sounds. Again, I could be completely wrong about this. Is what I remember.
They do sound different though. Like if you go to Japan and see
Yeah.
hear a police car, oh, Yan Climbs has lost it through 3. He's in the barrier. We didn't miss that one.
Eek.
So the fight for the lead has been thrown out the window as Yan Climbs gets it all wrong through turn 3. Oh no. Nico Greco says be-do, be-do, be-do is the noise that they make. That's the noise that Yan Climbs is hearing in his helmet right now because he's just thrown away any chance of the win. He's got huge damage on the front of the car. Literally about 80 miles an hour to a dead stop. Oh dear. No, he's down in 6th position now. And I think that has just handed Remy Papin the lead, guys. I think it's done. That's all she wrote.
Unless Remy Papin does the same thing.
Unless Remy does the same thing, but I think Yan Climbs just got Porshed. Oh yeah, I should have cut to Stroll straight away. I would never do that to you guys. Right, this is the next race. We've got Powell. I won't say the surname, otherwise crop.
Climbs is in.
Oh, okay. He had to fix the damage.
Yeah, obviously he got damage.
But potentially, early pit. We saw what Kevin Siglari did yesterday. It might not be over. But yes, interesting stuff. Matt York then up into podium position because of that incident ahead. So that is going to be very spicy for the young Englishman. That's the highest position he's got himself into all season. But we're on board at the moment with Powell as he's fighting for the place one up from him, which is 4th. Limarenko is holding that currently. Adam Dubel's managed to get himself into 2nd position, even though he's got quite a bit of damage on that car. So, we know the Ferrari is normally quite well paced around here. So Powell should be able to claw up towards Limarenko and try and go for a move. It's going to be tough though. I think he's going to have to wait for a mistake from the man in front. But the one thing I have noticed in this race in particular, they're not so liberal with the flashing of the lights, which is good to see, because in these conditions it is completely blinding.
Yeah.
So hopefully no one adopts that attitude.
Hopefully not.
Ooh, sparks.
The song?
Powell just went over a rumble strip and it just sparked massively. Adam is closing in. Oh my goodness gracious! Powell just lost it through the corkscrew. He's in the barrier. Everyone's losing it. I'm not sure if he managed to keep his car out of the barrier. He did a Kevin, but he didn't catch it. So that's thrown away his chance of 4th position. He's behind, I think, Fang. He's got Brian Renard behind him as well. So didn't manage to lose too much, but he's lost a couple from that little incident. Okay, Ryan then's in the pit. Don't think we got anyone else closer on track at the moment than what we're watching. We do run iRacing events. They're just on slightly different days. Yep. Did a Kevin, but didn't catch it. I'm not sure if he managed to keep it out of the barrier. The camera angle through the corkscrew is rubbish. So we didn't actually see if he bounced off the barrier. At the speed he was going, it looked like he did. But he's back on track now, and he's behind Fang, so hopefully he can speed the car up a little bit. Powley, I think, is very close to Quinton Sill at the moment, so maybe we'll jump on board with these guys, because they're 2/10 away. See what Powley can do. He's going to have an awful race this afternoon, unfortunately, because he's got 30 seconds to play with later. And he's going to go into a move into 11. We haven't seen a move into 11 yet. He's pulled it off. Good stuff. It's up into 9th position, into the points, but he's going to lose it because he's got a huge penalty. Okay. We got any news on the incidents? Oh no, we won't. We don't have live timing.
No.
Ugh. Okay. No live timing. We have to wait until after the race. What happens? No live stewarding. Sorry. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
We do have live timing. You can find that on Pit Wall, I think.
Pit wall, yes.
Is it Pit Wall? It is.
Pit wall.
Yeah.
The wall of pits.
The Wall of Pits. I think the link
The
for
pits
Pit
of
Wall
walls.
is in the description below if anyone wants to do that. You can see the live timing as we go round. Okay, right. Shall we have a little look back maybe in the guys who have pitted to see what's happening back there? What have we got? Let's go down a little bit further. I think Mike Verman is currently leading the pitters, I think. He's in 24th. He's come out now. No, Ryan Renoir's just gone past him, so he's in 24th position. So he's second of the pitters. Where is Jan Climbs? He's behind John and Alexander Irish. Wow, okay, so Irish came in very quickly after his somewhat exploratory kind of turn 2, which ended in a little bit of a boop. So we're kind of around the time when people come into pit. Another load of 3 cars pitting. Cole, Quinton Seal, and Bugnara have all come into the pit. I did just actually do a pull away from the cameras then. We probably should have stayed with them. Let's go back. There we go. Okay, so we do have cars coming out of the pits now. So where they're going to filter in with this group is going to be quite important. Looks like a lot of them are ahead by some margin. So as soon as we go through the next timing section, we'll be able to kind of find out what happened. Because we've got Colm in 20th at the moment, saying that he's pitted. I'm not sure if he is there, so we'll just wait until it sorts itself out. Because he will be currently then the leaders of who has pitted. I think it is Colm Sinnott. He is leading that group. But he's got Ryan Renoir really close to him. So this is the kind of the bubble of what's going on. Limarenko and Powell have also just pitted. And I think they're coming out of the pit lane now. So these are going to be the next guys taking control of the race. Limarenko just leaving the pits now. So he's currently the leader that has pitted.
Also, something note, Dubil has been slowly catching Papin, and Papin's in.
Okay, Remy Papin decides to pull it in.
Maybe seeing all the pit stops and going, hey, maybe I shouldn't be undercutted by like 15 people.
Well, the undercut's so strong here. You've got to be very careful. Adam goes for another one. So does Matt York. So that might be quite pivotal for these guys' race. I would definitely be thinking about coming in if I was Matt York. We've got a lap down. Yang Climbs behind him. So That's how far off now Jan Climbs is off the pace. He's done his pit and he's in the same position, or behind the same position he was in before the pit, so he's lost himself a hell of a lot of time, unfortunately, because of his indiscretion through turn 3. But we'll see where he comes out, but I'll be very interested to see what happens with Remy Papin. He's in 7th at the moment, but he's got people going past him. Where's Limarenko? Let's have a look. He's coming through the last corner. I think Remy Papin's still going to have him. Limarenko's pulled an absolute masterful pit. He's got himself right up into this race. I think Limarenko's going to jump both Adam and Matt York here if they don't come in. How far away is Remy Papin? He's just leaving turn 3. Limarenko's just going through turn 3, so he's about 4 to 5 seconds behind. Well, this is going to be close. Has Matt York gone for another one? He has. That's going to be pivotal for him. Adam, though, is in the pits. Right, some of these guys with hefty penalties haven't pitted yet. So Pauli, Timon Lebu haven't pitted. Adam has been released. I think Remy Papin is just going to fly past him. I haven't seen him go through yet, though. I think he's probably going through the final section now. Yep, just coming through the last corner. So he's going to absolutely munch him, I think, here. Let's go on board with him. Yep, that's the gap then. Where is Limarenko? This is going to be close between Limarenko. So this is for pretty much second position, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm not sure if he's done it. No, I think Adam's got out. He has. He's through 4. Yeah. By the skin of his teeth. Matt York, though, I don't think is going to be so lucky. Currently leading at the moment. Whereabouts is he?
That's a good question. He's just come through 3.
He is, isn't he?
Yeah.
He took another lap. Very odd. Okay. Matthias in the pit now as well. I think he's just gone far too long here. He's going to get caught out.
And Remy Papin being held up by someone who's just gone into the pits. I believe that was... I'm not even going to try that name. The man who was in 9th.
Oh, okay. That's Crop.
Yeah, Crop. There we go.
Pit stop is almost 75% of the lap. It is, yeah. Adam undercutted them nicely. Well, did he? He overcut. But he pitted last, so it was an overcut, right? Adam did a good job. He's got himself up there, but I think Matt York's going to lose out his position to Limarenko. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, so through that pit stage then Matthias has dropped down. And yeah, Limarenko then is pretty much net 3rd. Adam Dubau 2nd. Remy Papin 1st. All depends on what happens with this man who's currently in the pits. Because he should be fighting for 3rd place, but I think he's given that away to Limarenko. So we'll keep an eye of when Matt gets released. Because this is for one of the top spots. He's been in that pit for a long time. He's going to have fresh tyres though, so he should be in good stead. But I think that's Remy Papin going through already. Not quite. He's coming to the last corner now. There's Adam behind him. Very close. 2 seconds off. Limarenko's coming through 10 now. And then into 11. And where is Matt York? He's still in the pit. He's leaving now. I don't think he's going to do it. I don't know. Is that Limarenko in the distance coming through now? It's not. That looks like a McLaren. Limarenko then's had a stinker. He's only coming through turn 2 now. And stay with him. There's Matt York off in the distance. York has managed to hold on to it. He's behind
Good job,
Adam.
York.
But yeah, maybe the undercut not as worth as it was, as much as it was worth yesterday. Track temp is a little bit less than it was yesterday, so luckily Matt York's been able to hold on to that position. And Limarenko then maybe got caught up in traffic, wasn't able to capitalise on that entry to the pit earlier, and Matt York's managed to keep his third position. Very good. Yes, at the moment, a very thick Bentley in provisional fourth round Laguna Seca. Matthias is doing a great job at the moment. The gaps then to the top boys have opened up quite a little bit through that pit stage, so we might see it kind of jiggle itself around later, so we will keep an eye on what happens towards the top. At the moment though, I think the only battle we've got is Ryan Renard on Quintin Sill, so we'll stay with these boys and see if it gets spicy as we come through to the latter end of the lap. I know the Lamborghini does very well round here, but it's the only Lamborghini I think in this split, isn't it? I don't remember being another one anywhere else.
I believe that is the case, yeah.
Yep. So Vince van Merville taking a very late pit. He's jumped back down. It's not worked out too well for him. Continuously dropping down. He's left the pits now, so he's 19th. I think he might stay 19th, maybe 20th. But yeah, he's actually dropping down further now. So, how badly did it affect Jan Klimes? 17th position. That's how badly
Very
it affected
badly.
him. Whew. Huge. Although the incident only lasted maybe a couple of seconds on track, I'm assuming he fixed the car. So that's why he had
Must
to.
have.
Yeah. That must have cost him many seconds, because now he's down in 17th position. But he'll be going fast. He's got Alexander Irish, who's also out of position to play with, so it's not going to be too easy, for him to actually catch the pack that we're watching at the moment. Because Irish is going to be pretty damn speedy too. So the man we're talking about is at the very back of your picture there. Jan Klimes coming through 10. And that's Alexander Irish just coming through 11. And there's Jan Klimes coming through the same corner right at the back. So he's got a bit of work to do as Ryan gets ever closer to Sill. It's a big old beast to get round Laguna Seca, the Lamborghini. I'm not surprised he's taking his time. I've never been much of a fan of it. I don't think I've ever driven it really in anger. Oh, that incident there ruined Jan Klimes' race. So no more of that, please. Stall's getting very racy on Strauss, so we might go down and have a look at what's going on there, because they're trading positions almost. It's the only BMW I think we've got here. Patrick Trout in the Audi with the rather cool livery. There's lots of battling going on all the way down the pack this time, which is good to see. Okay. That's job done for Storr. I think that Audi is handling awful at the moment.
Certainly not in its comfort zone, is it?
No. What's happened to Jimmy Holm? He's down in 32nd. He's had an absolute stinker. The car doesn't look damaged, but he's doing very well in the championship at the moment, but this is not good signs for him. Down in 32nd, James Cowley is out of the race. He's done for the afternoon. Won't see any more from him. Jimmy Holm, though, that's a shame to see him so far down. The problem is, though, when you get so far down, because the pace is so close, the chances of you making it up towards the top end again are just little to none, aren't they? It's not going to happen. Not going to happen at all.
It is incredibly difficult to do.
Yeah, not in a month of Sundays. Adam Bell's getting very close to Remy Papin right now. The gap is 6/10 to the top boys. Oof, the Audi's spitting flames too. Remy's papping those flames, boy.
Yes, sir.
Jeez, those Ferrari lights are bright. He's got the endurance lights on that car.
It certainly looks like it, or rally lights or something.
Adam's got all the lights on.
Every single light on that.
Yeah. He has. You can see in the front he's got all of his lights on. He's going for the blinding technique. It seems to be working.
Just wait till he flashes those lights.
Oh god. The Audi's spitting back flames to try and counteract the huge lights.
Yes. Green zone light.
Surprised he's not scaring wildlife. He's just lighting up most of the track, look. It's incredible. Yeah. Well, if you ever get stuck and you want a car that lights up all of the road, take the Ferrari. You're just going to have the odd badger having a seizure off in the corner as you come through turn 11. Just blinding a family of deer. Is that your deer impression?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Doe.
Cool.
Oh, Adam goes a bit deep. It's all good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yellow flag, 161 has headed off.
161, that's towards the back end, isn't it?
Yes. Still going. Is that him letting people through? Is that another incident?
Patrick, no, it's still up. He's not joining because it's unsafe for him. It's a horrible place to rejoin.
Yeah.
It's just at the entrance to 6. Huge speed to try and rejoin. He's choosing his moment to join. Is it good? Oh, God.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Yeah, he's fine. Oh, it's literally the clench moment trying to join there. That's a horrible place to rejoin. Never mind, he's done it though. I mean, you'd be able to see the leaders coming a mile off.
Especially with those Ferrari lights.
Exactly. Right, so these boys are technically leading. Powell Lee is actually your leader at the moment, but it's kind of your fake leader. He's running around not very fast at the moment. He's doing 1:24s, where the guys who should be leading are doing low 23s. And he's also got 30 seconds worth of time penalty he's going to have to perform. So yeah, he's just running it for as long as he can. He's getting the glory, Powell Lee. Who's he got behind? It's Timon Naboo behind, both in the TP Performance team. Do you reckon that's Timon and Powell Performance? I reckon it is.
Definitely.
They're the same livery, aren't they? They're in a team together. Stewart's in third at the moment. They're not Fast Just Furious livery, but it's all a little bit of fakery because they are yet to pit. Mark Basida in fourth position, but they're going to be hounded soon by these guys who are running around incredibly close together. Papin and Adam are fighting for what would be the lead, so we will stay with these guys. Adam literally blinding the competition as he rounds 10. I've seen a set of lights that bright before.
Not in this game now.
Black Gold Sauce says he needs to stop smoking that good stuff. He's seeing double right now. You're not doing yourself very good for the cultural stereotypes there, Black Gold Saw. He's Dutch, don't you know? They're still out. Not seeing the top guys pit yet, apart from McLeod and Bastida. Yeah.
I think it's the same thing as a few weeks ago where they're just staying out as long as possible, those penalties.
Oh my god, Remy Papin had an incident!
Yeah.
Into 5!
That was on his own, wasn't it?
It was. It was an unforced incident. He's had to let a couple of cars through, including Matt York. Limarenko doesn't get past though, crucially. So we've got a new leader. We've also got Matt York in second.
Ain't that an upset and a half?
Well, an upset and also an achievement from this man. The highest we've seen him. He's doing absolutely brilliantly today. I'm glad I shouted out his praises. If you want to watch him on board, search Yorkie on YouTube and you'll find him live. I'm sure he's streaming this, so if you want to watch an in-car view side by side whilst you watch the stream, then I'm sure you won't be disappointed. I'll be very happy to talk to this gentleman afterwards, because he is actually fighting for the lead here. Because Adam, I would assume, hasn't fixed his damage, because he's still up where he is. So Matt York, if he's got an undamaged car, is going to be a real threat here. Remy Papin, that is the first sign of cracking under pressure, you're correct. That's the first sign we've seen of the mighty Remy Papin making a mistake. Interesting stuff, but he's not out of it yet. He's in third, so he's still going to get himself good points, but he might be able to fight back. But we'll keep an eye in. Obviously these track conditions may be catching them out a little bit. It is quite a cold track for the area, 26 degrees. Certainly colder than yesterday, if I'm right.
Same temperatures yesterday.
Was it the same? I thought we were at 30, but could be wrong.
No, definitely not. I think it was either 26 or 28.
Okay, alright. All good then. Maybe he got his tyre temps wrong. His tyre pressures, sorry, wrong. And the temps are out of the window. We heard that from Malinowski yesterday. Got them all sorts of wrong in the second phase of the race, and it caused issues, so can happen.
Leaders now coming up to traffic again. That could disrupt the flow of the battle for the lead. Could tighten it, could loosen it.
Yep, well, we're on board at the moment now. Matt York, so we'll see the effect of the blue flags here. And he does do a very good job of getting out of the way, yeah. But the cars ahead, technically it's 4 positions. They don't have to move. Actually, no, they're not. Sorry, I lied. It's 20 seconds down the road to the top guys. So it is, again, still blue flag, blue flag.
Blue flag, blue flag.
Who do they have to get on the phone to now? Can't remember what his name is. For blue flags. It used to be get Charlie.
Is it just Michael Massey?
That's it, it's Michael Massey. I think that's a great addition that they brought in that radio.
I hope they do use it more.
Yeah.
And not just a one-off in Spain.
Yeah. I hope they do. The Bentley gets well out of the way then for these boys. Okay, I'm not too sure who that was. Matt looks like he's dropped off a little bit from Adam now. So Adam went from despair in turn 2 to absolute elation now. He only got 15 minutes and a bit of change to go. And he could be on for the first win. I don't think Adam's got a win yet, has he? Pretty sure he hasn't. He's got close. But that's definitely going to help his championship. Do you know what's good about this championship?
What?
That every single winner in Season 7 gets himself a very special prize.
What would that be?
You know, I've heard, and I could be wrong, that it's a set of socks tailored to sim racers.
Oh, tell me more.
So they've got strategically placed grips under each turn. Cushioned for heel support during endurance races, so you don't get that kind of fucky foot, as I like to call it. Breathable panels, so you won't get any more slipping off those pedals with these bad boys. Arch support too. And my favourite, you get a special Coolmax yarn which just wicks away the moisture. Likened it to a turkey baster just sucking away moisture. You know what they're called? Sim socks! Get yourself a set of sim socks for $17.99. You'll find the link in the description below. They're a good set of lads, and if you fancy going sim sock crazy, then buy 5! I don't care! Why not? Right, enough of that. Matt York Second and a half away. He did flash his lights then, flashy, but it is for back markers, and I would at this stage, to be fair, if I was him.
Flash.
Flash.
And the traffic definitely made a difference. Went from 7 tenths to 1.2 seconds.
Definitely did make a difference.
1.3 now.
Adam got through that traffic brilliantly. It's like he lubed himself up and just slipped straight through, whereas Matt York fumbled over it. Where's Remy Papin? 3 seconds off. He's losing the pack. He's really suffering through the traffic. We've got 13 and a half minutes to go now. And it is kind of getting there. Still not got a battle for the lead yet, but it's kind of getting that way. Have to maybe wait for Matt York to kind of reel in Adam. I'm sure Matt is driving out of his body and mind right now to try and reel in Adam, but it's going to be incredibly hard for him to do it. Tim and LeBou and Paul Lee still haven't pitted, and it's understandable why. They've got the penalties, and they're going to have to do it anyway, so just kind of extending as long as they can. First and second at the moment. Any other battles going on a little bit further down that we're missing? I can see 16th is getting somewhat close. Yannick. Yeah, I think it's Yannick and Bugnara getting a little bit close. Oh, that's a car spun in the corkscrew. Who was that?
That's 35.
Okay. It looked at that point very much like the colours of Adam DeBale, but I don't think it was.
No, it wasn't.
Okay. So we're on board at the moment with the 297 car of Yannick Roof. He's chasing Bugnara. This is for P14. Don't think we've got anyone else closer. Matt York has actually got a little bit closer. He's 7 tenths out. We'll keep an eye on that split. You see at the very top right of the screen, sorry, top left of the screen. Remy Papin's fallen back a little bit as well. It's surprising. Okay, the top guys have come in now.
Well, Paul Lee has. 35 has gone off again. Ah, that's Pal. Yeah. Don't know if you already said that. My memory is god awful.
What was that, sorry?
Pal's jumped to the pits and he had another incident.
Oh, okay. Well, he's come in, yeah. But Tim and LeBou's still out. We're not going to see a move just yet. We're seeing Yannick actually drop a little bit away from Bugnara now, so I think it probably would be good to jump up to the top boys and see if Matt York can close down on Adam. It's opening, unfortunately. It's not getting any closer, but it is towards the top end, so we will keep an eye on it. Matt York is doing a good job, though. If only he can work out what Adam's doing right and what he's doing wrong and make amends before it's too late. There's blue flags out in front, so hopefully he can capitalise here.
Oh!
Oh, was that an incident with Adam?
So someone spun right in front of Dubil. It's a lap down car, 64 I believe. Literally spun themselves right in front of Dubil.
Did he manage to get around it then?
Yes, he lost a tiny bit of time, but not so much that York is up his arse.
Okay, well we did, we saw the spin, but we didn't see what happened. I thought that Adam went flying, but managed to find the good way through. Tim and LeBou's still out. 10 minutes to go. He's going to have to come in soon. Those tyres must be just gone. Shells of themselves. The gaps are coming down in the middle. Ludvigsen half a second away from Storr. We've got Papil half a second away from Fang. So there are battles going on. So I don't want to miss out what's going on in 11th, just on the off chance we see Matt do something. So I want to bring you guys all of the racing throughout the grid. So let's hop on board with John and see if he can do anything to Fang. Two different cars, so they're going to be slightly different in different places. So hopefully John Papil can have a good little fight here. Fang normally puts up a good fight. So we'll see what he can do. If there's going to be any moves into 3, I think he's probably a little bit too far back now. Ludvigsen still half a second away from Storr. We'll keep an eye on that fight too. Matt York has actually closed down a bit now as soon as we move away. 6/10. We'll keep an eye on these gaps so we don't miss anything. But Timonaboo still out in the lead. No, he's not. He's pitted from the lead. So he'll now drop down. Service penalty as well, so it's going to be a big old stay in the pit. Papil's got a good run on Fang into the corkscrew. Don't think he's going to get it done though. It's a little bit too much to do there. Alexander Irish for company behind him as well. We've got a three-way, a little threesome tussle. Oh, Irish closing in on Papil massively through 10, almost taps him, and he has to take avoiding action, and he's actually spun himself into the pit almost. Worst places to spin, I guess. He's going to lose a ton of positions. Bugnara, Rolf are going to get past him. Storr might even get past him. That's how close it is in the middle section here. We'll keep an eye on Irish and how far he falls back. Yeah, Ludvigsen got him as well. That's a shame.
Look how close York is getting to the bill.
Oh dear. Right. ART Quino says, just to let you know, my throttle pedal spring has broken, so my pedal collapsed on itself. Is that Remy Papin?
Possibly. That would explain what happened. And whatever the case, that's a dear shame.
I'm not sure if it is. If that's Remy, let us know, Remy, because obviously you've got a different name on YouTube than you are using here. Do give us a shout. Oh, okay, it's not. It's not. I'm not sure who it is. ART Quino. Not sure I can work out who that is. Quintin Sill. Okay, yeah, he was running very well. Yeah, you're having a good race. He was behind Colm, so that's why he's completely dropped off. Oh, that's a huge shame. You're up in the top 10. Probably for the. I think you did well at Donny as well, but yeah, that is a shame. He's down in 31st now. He's actually in the pit. He's done. End of the game. Ah, well. Yeah. Comes as part of the territory. Unfortunately, there's little incidents with tech. It does happen. We still have a really good battle for 10th, 12th, 13th, and 14th. They're all very close to each other. Matt York is doing everything he can to try and close in on Adam. We are coming to the very end of the race now. Adam's got some more traffic ahead of him. We've only got 6 minutes to go, so if Matt York wants to get it done, he's going to have to try and just eke little sector times. He's got to eke into the little sector times wherever he can to try and get this done. I think everyone in the chat is willing him on. We want Matt York to have a really good finish. To be fair, I want both of them to finish well, because Adam, he's been chasing a win since the beginning. I've got a funny feeling he did very well in Paul Ricard. Let's just double check. It was Jack Young who won Paul Ricard. I think there was incidents maybe that made him not get a good finish. Oh, now that is very decisive. Are those teammates? Matt York getting caught out by Blue Fax, and he spun! Matt York's thrown away his chance of a win, and he might have even thrown away his chance at a podium here. That is pivotal for this race. He hasn't got going. Papin's got past him, but did Matthias get past? He didn't. Right, so he's still on for the podium. Remy Papin sitting there, rubbing his hands together. He's been gifted second position and a whole host of points. And
9 points, if I'm not mistaken.
He was thrown off by the traffic going into the corkscrew at the worst possible time. 4 minutes remaining. Matt York's thrown away the win. He must be kicking himself. That is a shame. Yeah, he's too far off to even attack Remy now. Had an absolute blinder of a race this afternoon. Got himself into a great position after a very, very comprehensive qualifying session. And unfortunately, he's just cooked it going through traffic into the corkscrew. We saw it happen with some of the top runners yesterday. Nico Solman getting really caught up with back markers into the corkscrew. We also saw, I can't remember now, who also got caught up going into the corkscrew. Managing almost to trip over some of the back markers. I've got a funny feeling it was Luke Whitehead whilst he was following. But yeah, easily done. It's a very hard part of the track to get the car stopped in the best of times, especially when you've got a Ferrari. What would be interesting to see whose Ferrari that was, because are they on the same team as Adam? They look very similar in paint scheme. Forza Italia PL. Was it Matthias who made that overtake harder? Because if it was, they're both on the same team, and that does raise a couple of eyebrows to me. I think it was. Look, it's a bit of a conspiracy theory, and I'm not calling people out on it. I'm sure he did look like he got out of the way, but he didn't make it easy, did he?
No, definitely not.
So that's cost Matt York the win. But unfortunately, just caught out. Yeah, Black Gold Source said the rig does get very light at the top entry of the hill, which it does. It's tough. Parked himself on the racing line as Yorkie came through. Well, yeah. That we might have to revisit at the end of this race. We'll definitely watch the replay of what happened there in slow motion just to see. And I'm sure that will be looked at very, very much in detail by the stewards after the race. I hate to point people out on that, and I'm not saying that any foul play was actually taking place, but it does raise eyebrows when teammates get involved with incidents for the lead like that. I'm sure it was just a coincidence, but yeah, unfortunately it has actually changed the outcome of this race, and not for the better for Matt. Never mind, worse things have happened at sea. Let's go down and see what's going on at 12th position, because we've got a bit of a race on. Yannick getting very close to Bugnara. He's been tailing him for a while. Storr is also very close. Ludvigsen also very close. So there's a bit of a race going on back here for 11th, 12th. We will, I think we'll go into that, what happened there, a little bit more detail at the end. So do stick around if you want to find out. We'll go into slow motion to see what happened. Not sure, to me it looked like he was on the outside, not really on the racing line. He was on the very outside of that corner. It wasn't anywhere near the apex. So I think he just got caught out. He didn't know if he was going to turn in or not, and that upset the car at the wrong point. We'll have another look though, a little bit later on. We've only got 1.5 minutes, so I think we've probably got maybe, whereabouts is Adam at the moment? We've got one more lap after this one. So a little bit of time for these boys to try and fight their way through, see if they can get up into 11th or 12th position. Where's Storr? A little bit further off. Ludvigsen just behind, making himself known and very racy. We're going to have any last minute dives up the inside somewhere, last lap wonders. Whereabouts is Adam? It's coming across the line now, so yeah, there will be one more. Yeah, a bit of controversy at the end of this race, eh?
Potentially.
It's 4 AM at the moment. The light is starting to peek through the clouds in the Californian desert. You're seeing a little bit of life wake up. I'm sure all the residents of California are opening their eyes at 4 AM. Who's awake in California at 4 AM? That's what I want to know. Postman.
All the cool kids.
All the cool kids, postmen, and homeless people. Right, Adam Dubell is currently halfway around the lap. He's going to be coming across the line very shortly, going through the corkscrew at the moment, hopefully not making mistakes. Doesn't look like he is. We will keep an eye on the races towards the very end of this as we come across, almost come across the line. So Adam has managed to work his way through what was a very eventful race after the incidents in Turn 2. He's coming across the line to claim his first win for Tier 2 Season 7. Very well done, Adam. That's hard fought. That Remy Papin manages to salvage his race and get himself second position, so great work from him. And this man, Matt York, unfortunately it's not a second place, it is a third, but it's still a podium, it's still silverware. Good job from him, comes across third position. Matthias comes across in fourth, that's a very good finish for him. Limarenko in fifth, I'm sure he'll be happy with that. Colm Sinnott, great race as well, sixth position for him. Ryan Renoir coming across the line as well in seventh, that's probably his highest finish of the season too. We're having a lot of firsts here. Jan Climbs, heartbreak for him, but managed to salvage 8th position. Should have been more today, unfortunately, but still good points. John Papil then comes across at the end, but I am going to cut to these boys because they are still racing towards the line here. Jake Fang gets past Bugnara at the end there. We're going to have a fight to the line. Yannick's going to take it all the way to the line, but I don't think he's got it. Look at that. 4 cars too wide as we come across the line there. What a race to the end. And we got the last guys who stayed out far too long. P18, I think it's Pauli and Tim and Lebu are all coming across the line now. And I think we are pretty much done. Whew, that is an interesting race. But yeah, Adam from Remy, then Matt York. Wow. Great stuff from him. And great recovery from Adam to get himself the win. Remy, unfortunately, having that incident in 5. And then Matt York, the very controversial incident into the corkscrew, which I think I'm going to have a look at now. Let's see. What?
From what I've seen, it isn't that controversial. It looks like he just drops the rear on the curb.
Let's have a little look, shall we? What car number is he?
65. Yeah, he just loses the rear.
Sorry about this, guys. I went the wrong way. There we go. 65. What lap?
It's midway through 39. 59.40 around, if you want to be specific.
Okay. So at this point, the car on the right-hand side, well out of the way. Braking zone here, though. That is what caused the issue. That's why Matt York was a bit unsettled. And that put him on a weird line going into the apex. By the time he reached the apex there, he's completely out of it. And he spins. In my eyes, that is a bit of a pickle. I'm not sure it was an intentional pickle, but it was definitely a pickle caused by that car parking himself in the middle of the braking zone. For me, that is a little bit of a slap on the wrist. Yorkie shouldn't have been put in that position. He had to go real late into the apex. Okay, that will probably be looked at probably quite a lot. And by the time there, to rotate the car, to try and get down through the corkscrew, that was inevitable. Yeah, unfortunately, that is not the best way to get around that corner. And it caused that incident. Never mind. Okay, well, there we go. Let's see if we can have a little chat with them. I'm sure there'll be some conversations about those kind of things. Have we got anyone ready to have a little chat? It is Yorkie. Seeing as we were just talking about his incident, let's get him in. Oh, that was close. You almost got yourself a win. But unfortunately, tears were had in the corkscrew. How did it go down?
Yeah, that was an intense race. Very intense race. I knew that I'd have good pace around here. Car was feeling strong in practice, so I knew I could be in for a good result. I wasn't quite expecting that, though, chance of a podium. Played very nicely for me in turn 1. There was a bit of contact up in front, where I was on the inside line. I just slipped on through into 4th, and then, yeah, a couple of mistakes from the other guys kind of capitalised. And was, trying to pressurise Dubu in front, and, yeah, back marker basically just got on the way going into the braking zone, didn't get out of the way properly, and just, kind of threw me off a little bit. Yeah, went well offline, and around the car went. There wasn't too much I could do there.
We literally just looked at it. But what made it so much more controversial, it was Adam's teammate that got in the way.
Yeah, I had that exact same thought as well whilst I was going up.
That person, but we've got to ask these questions, you know. we just watched it, and it looked like he just got himself. He came onto the part where you go across on the right-hand side. Obviously, he was well off the line. But then, obviously, you come to a pinch point there. He should have been off the brakes meters back, and unfortunately, you both crossed past. You had to dive to the inside, and that upset the car. The position of the car was all wrong, and obviously, by the time you rotated just out of the apex, you just lost the rear. But yeah, I think that will probably have to be looked at. In my opinion, I think that was a bit suspicious. But hey ho, we can only have a chat about it and go from there. Obviously, we don't want to wish those kind of things on teams, but unfortunately, if it happens, it happens. You know, what can you do? But hey, man, you got yourself third position. It's a ton of points. You almost won the race. I don't think you can really take too much away from that.
No, I'm very, very happy with third. Like, I wasn't expecting a podium at all. I just feel like I was a little bit robbed there with the chance of the race win. Like, I'm not even sure if I could have actually passed W. He had some seriously good pace. He made a mistake earlier on, which dropped him on behind, but he closed that gap up from about a second and a half back to within half a second within 2-3 laps. So he was the quicker car tonight, but he was starting to struggle a little bit on the tyres, I think, towards the end. And yeah, it's just a shame that there was a bit of a helping hand to kind of help seal the win. So yeah, no doubt I'll be walking upstairs in the paddock in a bit.
We called it out straight away, and we both saw it, and we just said, "Oh, that's a bit harsh that that's happened." Oh, we would never call it if it wasn't another team. You would have thought, okay, we just put the car in the wrong place, but because it was that car involved, you just think question marks are raised, aren't they? But hey, you know, those things
especially when he rolls off the brakes in the braking zone as well. Yeah, well, that's the other thing.
Yeah, all of those things are recorded, and they can all be seen. All of the throttle inputs, the brake inputs can all be seen as well. So if there is going to be a penalty imposed, then it will get imposed post-race. So there we go. It's one of those things, isn't it? But man, you got yourself some great points, and it's great to see you up on the podium anyway.
Definitely. Thank you very much, guys.
No
Be
worries.
looking forward to watching back the replay tomorrow.
It was a cracking race, and you made the overcut work, which no one else really did. You got past Limarenko, which was great to see. We thought you'd made a mistake, and we were all shouting at you, saying you'd done the wrong thing, and you managed to turn it around. So, yeah, great work.
No, I was still ahead of him. At the beginning of the pit stop phase, I was ahead by a couple of seconds, but I think I gained another second or so with the overcut. I was kind of, bargaining on with people coming out in a bit of traffic and that holding them up. But it didn't quite work. But still, fun race. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah. Very happy with P3.
Good fun to watch. Good fun to shout about. And I think chat enjoyed themselves as well. So great result. And on to the next one. Got a week off now. And then I think we're at Mount Panorama. So that's going to be fun.
Oh, we got a week off? Have we?
Yeah.
I thought we were...
Week break.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. Amazing.
No, all good.
Cool. Didn't realise that. All right. Perfect. Well, I'll let you guys crack on. Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us.
All right. Cheers. Bye.
Bye-bye. Well, interesting. So it wasn't just us who called it out, you know. Obviously, we've got to ask these questions. It's our job as commentators to question those kind of things. We hate to call people out on stuff, but so I think those kind of things will be reviewed, and obviously if anyone's deemed to have penalised anyone or got in anyone's way, then they will be dealt with accordingly. So it's just one of those things. It happens in racing sometimes. Cars just get themselves in the wrong place. What do you think, Saf?
Honestly, I'm not taking the controversial. I genuinely just think it just happened.
It was a thing that just happened.
It was a very unfortunate coincidence. That was the team. I don't think that had anything to do with it.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Two different people, two different stances. We'll leave it down to the stewards, and we'll get back to you when we race again with Season 7. It will be at round 5 around Mount Panorama. So do join us then. We will be having a break. So not this week. It will be the week after that. So let me just get the date for you guys. It would be the 7th and 8th. So the 7th would be for Tier 1 at 7:30, and then the 8th for Tier 2 again at 7:30. So join us then, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. What are you doing now for the rest of the evening? We're going to play some racing games?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I'm going to play some racing games. You can join me on twitch.tv/RageF1 if you fancy playing some ACC. I'll be in a server somewhere. Probably doing some lobbies. Good fun. We'll catch you next week or the week after.
Bye.